Hi, welcome to this video to our channel. This is my new channel that I have started with name Apoha, I'm going to explain what exactly it means and why that name has been chosen for this channel. Now, Apoha is a doctrine that Dharmakirti, who was a monk around 8th century, started that doctrine. That doctrine was mainly focused on to understand the reality of the world that we see around or sense around, and make sense of it. Try to understand what it is, what exactly it means, how it reflects on us, how the interaction that we do with the surrounding world impacts us, as well as the actions that occur from that interaction interacts with other sentient beings as well. So the apoha itself, the word itself means exclusion or the otherness or the other part of it. So that's the word. But I think that has been more relevant when we use the word uhapoha, that is in Marathi, we call it. Whenever we try to understand any phenomenon, any kind of event that happens around us, we try to understand the different aspect of that event, which is what we call uhapoha, means understanding both sides of it by applying different rules, finding different aspect of that information as well. So that's what the uhapoha means, and out of which uha and apoha. Apoha means exclusion, uha means inclusion. So we include some of the things, we exclude some of the things, and then we try to apply logic to that event or that thing that we try to understand. For example, when we encounter a strange animal, suppose a cow, we encounter a cow, and we need to understand whether it is a cow or not. So how do we make our opinion that the animal that we are seeing is a cow? So first, if you try to think about it, first we try to figure out by eliminating or excluding other objects or other things that we see are not cow. So suppose I'm looking outside, there is a cow, I've been told there's a cow in the field. So what I would do is, first of all, in order to identify that cow standing in the field, first what I'll do is I'll try to look for the objects that are considered in my brain are not cows. So I'll look at the trees, those are not categorized in my brain as cow. I'll look at the stones, I'll look at some construction which will be excluded from my vision of cow. And then when I find something that is recorded in my brain as cow, and an object that is categorized in my brain as cow, I apply those rules that is in my understanding fit to a cow. So what that means is, once those other items are excluded, such as trees, bushes, stones, or any other huts you see, or any other objects that is considered as non-cow, then I find out that object. Then I apply various rules that I see or I imagine as cow, or I have been trained to categorize as cow, such as does that object have a feature like animal, like 4 legs? Does it have that? Does the mouth look like cow? Does it have horns in it, on the head? So those are like multiple kind of rules that I'll apply to that object after excluding every other object. So that's the theory of exclusion. We try to understand things by excluding many other things that we don't consider as the thing that we're looking for. Now, this raises many questions about our understanding or nature of reality. In order to understand the world based on this exclusion, so if we want to understand any event in the world, how do we try to understand that event? First of all, we'll try to exclude the information that is a chaos kind of information from the actual event, and try to focus on that event, and then whether that event, make opinion about that event, whether it is bad, whether it is good, or what kind of, even not making even opinion, but try to understand the event in reality, which means by excluding all other non-related events from that event, and then see that event as an isolated event, and then try to build your story around that event. What could be the possibilities of that event? Because then we come up with another rule, which is very famous. So once we understand that event in reality, then we will try to see how that event would possibly occur other events or trigger other events, and how that event will impact on us as well as other people that are around us. So that is the theory of Apoha, basically, to address this question. Suppose so what this theory means is, in order to understand anything, it's not just exclusion, it's not just Apoha part we need to focus on, but also the Uha part, which is exclusion and inclusion. So we exclude first of all few things, and then we include certain things to understand a particular event, and then we make opinion on it. So this channel is about the same concept that will be applied to each and every event that we try to focus on, try to understand, and let our understanding known to the people that are interested in understanding it. So that is the overall philosophy, or that is the overall idea behind this channel. Now, it's a fascinating concept. Apoha is a fascinating concept itself, which will probably you would have seen. We ourselves use that concept quite often to understand the events around, but we don't realize we are actually processing the information the way it has been defined in this doctrine. But we will see, or we'll try to understand. Even we don't know in a deeper sense what exactly it is, but going forward, as we kind of evolve from this series, from this channel, we take one event, we try to take two things together and try to compare them, try to analyze them, try to exclude the information that is not necessary for our understanding of, or which is we consider is not related to that particular event, and try to identify the root cause of trigger, what could have caused that event. So the cause of the event we try to understand, and then possibly what will be its effect in future. We can't guarantee it, we can't predict it, but at least we'll try to understand or try to imagine what it could be. So that's all the name comes from. That's all the philosophy, or that's all the idea this name Apoha comes from. I hope you'll enjoy it. It's not very boring, but we'll get there. We'll try to make it more entertaining as well as we go. Thank you.